Good evening and thank you for tuning in to Weekend Prime tonight. Now, the Standard Group acknowledges the ruling delivered today, March 27th, 2026, by the Communications and Multimedia Appeals Tribunal, which dismissed our appeal against the Communications Authority of Kenya's intended revocation of 6 broadcasting licenses assigned to us. We also take note of the authority's press release dated March 27, 2026, celebrating this ruling and announcing its intention to proceed with revocation. While we respect the judicial process, we have not received the complete ruling yet to make any substantive statement on it, as all we have to go by at this point is that CA's statement. We must categorically state that the matter is far from concluded. The group will exercise its legal right to challenge this ruling before the superior courts. In the meantime, we call upon the authority to abide by the law, which provides for the preservation of the status quo pending further appeal, and to refrain from any precipitate action that will violate our constitutional rights and the public's right to information. Section 102G of the Kenya Information and Communications Act accords an aggrieved party has the right to appeal against a decision by the tribunal. Upon filing the appeal, subsection 2, which is couched in mandatory terms, states, "No decision or order of the tribunal shall be enforced until the time for lodging an appeal has expired, or where the appeal has been commenced until the appeal has been determined." Substantively, we feel the tribunal failed to ask and answer one critical question: how does debt lead to the cancellation of licenses rather than, for instance, recovery measures? The authority's press release paints a picture of a willful defaulter that has ignored its obligations. That is distortion of the truth. Yes, the group has outstanding regulatory fees, but these arrears were never settled, not because of bad faith, but because the same government that now seeks to shut us down has itself failed to honor its obligations to the Standard Group PLC. To date, the government of Kenya, through various ministries, state corporations, and county governments, owes the Standard Group in excess of 1.2 billion shillings for advertising and media services rendered over several years. These are services that we provided in good faith, often at the request of state agencies, only to be met with persistent non-payment. If the government paid what it owes us, we would have settled our regulatory obligations long ago. It is the height of irony indeed. It is an abuse of processes for the same state, through one of its agencies, to brand us as a defaulter, while its other arms remain in arrears of over 1 billion shillings. We make no secret of the fact that no payments have been made to the CA towards outstanding fees. The authority has repeatedly asserted that we entered into a payment plan. We did not. We explored options and expressed willingness to regularize our position, but the financial devastation caused by the government's refusal to pay its own bills made it impossible to prioritize regulatory fees over keeping our journalists employed and our stations on air. The government cannot hold a knife to our throats with one hand while extending an empty promise of payment with the other. The remedy is simple. Pay what you owe the Standard Group, and we will pay what we owe the CA. We have instructed our legal team to lodge an appeal against the tribunal's decision. Under the Kenya Information and Communications Act and the rules of the Communications and Multimedia Appeals Tribunal, the filing of an appeal to the High Court operates as an automatic stay of execution of the tribunal's decision. Further, the tribunal itself retains jurisdiction to stay its orders pending appeal. Any attempt by the Communications Authority to publish revocation notices in the Kenya Gazette or to take any steps to shut down our stations before the appellate process is concluded will be met with immediate legal action for contempt. We will not allow a bureaucratic agency to trample on the rule of law in pursuit of a political